प्रिंसिपल और वाइस प्रिंसिपल के बिहाफ पे मैं आप सभी का स्वागत करता हूँ। चूँकि ये एक रीयूनियन का पहला वर्चुअल मीटिंग है, कॉन्फ्रेंस है, मैं ये चाहूँगा कि आप जो कुछ भी स्कूल के लिए सोचते हैं या कभी आपने ये सोचा होगा कि स्कूल हमें बुलाता नहीं है, तो उसके सिलसिले में ये हमने एक छोटा सा मीटिंग रखा है जिसमें कि हम सभी लोग मिलकर के डिसाइड करेंगे कि हमें करना कैसे है। लेकिन इससे पहले कि हम डिसाइड करें, आई वुड लाइक टू शेयर समथिंग विद यू। So, as on the welcome slide, the following are the active members of the team: Dr. Rupali Gupta, and she is the principal of Army Public School Agra. Mrs. Poonam Kohli, she is the vice principal of Army Public School Agra. Myself, K.K. Singh, PhD Computer Science, and Dr. Vineet Sakuja. Most of you must be knowing him. Mr. Karan Kumar, PhD Chemistry. Many of you must be knowing him. Dr. S.M. Tara, you must be knowing him. And Mr. Anurag Saini, he is our alumnus. And Soni Chaudhary is also our alumnus. So they are behind this meeting. There are some points which I want to discuss with you. So the point number one, school invites its alumni to share the ideas and experiences with the school and students. So these are the points which we have to adhere in our life. कि हमारा स्कूल भी हमारे लिए उतना ही इम्पोर्टेंट है जितने कि स्कूल के लिए आप इम्पोर्टेंट हैं। तो यहाँ पर कुछ पॉइंट्स ऐसे हैं जो मैं डिस्कस करना चाह रहा हूँ कि जिसमें कि एक पहला पॉइंट यही था कि school invites its alumni to share the ideas and experiences with the school and students। यानी जब भी आपको समय मिलता है अपने काम से और आप इंटरेस्ट लेते हैं इस चीज़ के लिए, then you can come to the school and share your ideas and experiences with the school children. Point number one. Point number two, alumni association once in a year we have decided, मेरी वाइस प्रिंसिपल मैम से बात हो रही थी, राजा प्रिंसिपल मैम कुछ ज़्यादा बिजी रहती हैं, उनसे इस पर ज़्यादा चर्चा नहीं हो पाई, लेकिन मैम से जब बात हुई तो उन्होंने इस चीज़ को बताया कि हाँ, हमें हर साल एक ऑफलाइन मीट करनी चाहिए और इसको मेंटेन करने के लिए हमारे पास दोनों साइड से स्कूल में भी इसको मेंटेन किया जाएगा और आपकी साइड से भी जो अनुराग सैनी एंड सोनी चौधरी जो कि आपकी तरफ से यहाँ पर रिप्रेजेंट कर रहे हैं, वो भी इस चीज का रिकॉर्ड रख सकते हैं। The fourth point is alumni contributes and engages in improvement of school infrastructure and teaching learning processes। यानी alumni को ये देखना पड़ेगा थोड़ा टाइम निकाल करके कि स्कूल के इम्प्रूवमेंट में या स्कूल के इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर में क्या नेसेसरी है, कहाँ पर वो सहयोग कर सकते हैं, सजेशंस दे सकते हैं। ये alumni की तरफ से एक्सपेक्टेड है। Alumni Association helps students to connect with the higher education institutions. Since you are in, maybe most of you are in the colleges and some are employed and have created or some startup. So उनसे ये उम्मीद की जाती है कि students के जो प्रेजेंट स्टूडेंट्स हैं उनके हायर स्टडीज़ के लिए आपके पास कोई सॉल्यूशन अगर है या कोई पॉइंट्स हैं तो आप स्टूडेंट्स से शेयर कर सकते हैं। इवन जो स्कूल टीचर्स हैं उनसे भी शेयर कर सकते हैं। स्कूल हैज़ एन alumni मैनेजमेंट सिस्टम टू ट्रैक द alumni नेटवर्क बिकॉज अभी दिस इज फर्स्ट मीटिंग एंड वी हैव इंक्लूडेड ओनली टू, मिस्टर अनुराग सैनी एंड सोनी चौधरी, लेकिन और वॉलंटियर्स are also welcomed if they want to be involved in this alumni meet. The alumni widen the school network and provide educational opportunities to the students. So ये जो है थोड़ा सा alumni की तरफ से होगा कि आप अपने स्कूल का जो आपका जो alumni network है, जैसे आप यहाँ पर आज अवेलेबल हैं या प्रेजेंट हैं, तो बाकी जो जिनको पता नहीं है उनको इस चीज़ को बताएं कि ये एलुमनाई मीट अब हर साल होनी है, प्रोबेबली हर साल होनी है, तो ये चीज़ आपको उनको कन्वे करना है। Next point is the alumni association in collaboration with school organizes events inside or outside campus to add value to the स्कूल एजुकेशनल प्रोग्राम। यानी ये रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी भी एलुमनाई की हो जाती है कि अगर आप सोचते हैं कि हमारे जो स्कूल के जो आपके साथी हैं, जो छोटे छोटे स्टूडेंट्स हैं, बच्चे हैं, आपके साथ के हैं, उनके लिए आप कितना कुछ कर सकते हैं एज फार एज इवेंट्स आर कंसर्न। आप बाहर भी बच्चों को बुला सकते हैं और स्कूल में आकर के भी कोई ना कोई इवेंट कंडक्ट कर सकते हैं। उसके साथ ही साथ आप जो अभी आगे पॉइंट में मैं डिस्कस करूंगा कि इंटर्नशिप इज वेरी नेसेसरी इन टुडेज सिनेरियो। सो हाउ यू कैन help the school to provide internship to the students. Alumni are the brand ambassador to the school. जितने भी हमारे स्टूडेंट्स हैं वो एक्चुअली स्कूल को ही रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं, और आप जितना अच्छा करते हैं उसी हिसाब से हमारे स्कूल की जो रेपुटेशन है और इंडेक्स है उस सोसाइटी में बढ़ती जाती है। Alumni engages in providing assistance to unprivileged students with no gender bias to enhance their learning experiences. ऐसे बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट्स होते हैं जो आप समझते हैं कि अनप्रिविलेज्ड हैं, और उनको अगर हम नहीं देख पाते हैं या किसी वजह से वो डिप्राइव हो जाते हैं, तो उसमें भी आपका इन्वॉल्वमेंट बहुत ज़रूरी हो जाता है कि आप इस चीज़ को चेक कर सकते हैं कि ऐसे कौन सा ग्रुप है जिसको आप हेल्प कर सकते हैं, टेकअप कर सकते हैं, और उनमें उनके साथ एनरोल होकर के उनकी प्रॉब्लम को भी सॉल्व कर सकते हैं। Okay, so alumni organizes the career development programs. Since you are in the field of jobs or the career or in higher studies, तो आपसे इतनी एक्सपेक्ट तो हम कर सकते हैं कि you can create organize career development programs, mentoring programs, job placement programs, ऑनलाइन सोशल नेटवर्किंग इवेंट्स एंड प्रोवाइड्स इंटर्नशिप अपॉर्चुनिटीज। जैसा कि मैंने आपको पहले बोल दिया कि आप अपने जो ये छोटे छोटे भाई बहन हैं और जो अपकमिंग स्टूडेंट्स हैं उनके लिए एक रास्ता तैयार कर सकते हैं। यू कैन लीड एज द टॉर्च bearers फॉर दीज स्टूडेंट्स। The alumni sustains the school's educational development program by acting as role models, volunteers, experts, and resource providers for the students, higher education and career readiness, and their school's community engagement program. So यहाँ पर सिर्फ और सिर्फ आपसे, क्योंकि आप एक्सपीरियंस्ड हैं, आपसे हम उम्मीद कर सकते हैं, तो ये चीज आपके लिए आपके सामने की जाती है कि alumni sustains the educational development program by acting as role models. जितना आप अच्छा करें, यानी हम आज की डेट में भी अपने जो alumni हैं उनका नाम लेके बताते हैं कि in this year there was a student who did this and we are proud of these students. So ऐसा ही हम चाहते हैं कि जब बच्चे हमसे ये सुनते हैं कि ऐसे स्टूडेंट्स हमारे हुआ करते थे, जो हमारे सीनियर्स थे वो ऐसे काम करते थे, तो यू आर ट्रीटेड एज देयर रोल मॉडल्स, राइट? ये जो ये पॉइंट्स हो गए एलुमनाई के, लेकिन उसके साथ ही साथ जब हम मीटिंग करते हैं तो उस टाइम पर ये सबसे बड़ा इशू आता है कि जो फंड है वो किस तरीके से मैनेज किए जाएंगे। बहुत सारी स्टूडेंट्स से मेरी बात हो चुकी है और दे आस्क के हाउ टू डोनेट फंड्स फॉर दिस एलुमनाई। तो हम यहाँ पर केवल ये बताना चाहते हैं कि इसमें दोनों ही साइड्स लाइक स्कूल एंड एलुमनाई साइड दोनों ही इन्वॉल्व होंगे, तभी ये फंड रेज किया सकता है। ये वन मैन शो नहीं है या केवल स्कूल का शो नहीं है, ये दिस इज द म्यूचुअल शो जिसके अंदर एलुमनाई एंड स्कूल दोनों ही इन्वॉल्व है। तो हम ये कोशिश करेंगे कि द एलुमनाई हु आर ऑलरेडी एम्प्लॉयड or the owner of the companies and well settled can contribute for this smooth maintenance and conduct of meet and program. And there will be the teams from both the sides consisting of responsible people whose decisions should be acceptable and everybody should adhere to this. So these are the points from my side, and anything, ma'am, if you want to share your views with the students, kindly.
Yes, I'm glad a lot of students have
I'm
joined.
here,
Being here, we are, I think, 30, more than 30
ma'am.
people we
Your
are
name,
here on this
okay.
school. 31, I think 31 of us are there. And I'm so happy that the children keep remembering us. And Sir has given a good insight on how the alumni can help us out and how we should join hands to, the raise the bar of the school in terms of standardization, in terms of since the alumni is placed in different areas, some of you are still pursuing your higher studies, and I'm sure most of you, your hometown is Agra. So, one that we should know when are you available in Agra, and second is that how you can contribute so as to motivate our own current students. So we need to do a little planning on this, that either on Saturdays or any other day which we can think of, we can sit and plan. Where we can invite whenever our alumni, any of you are available in Agra, so that you come for a 10 minutes talk to the with the children, that how you made it where you are. I mean, how what was your journey for your for your current achievements, so that children get motivated. The very important uh, areas where we wish to touch in, because of COVID, the present batches have really lost on the way they should focus on the studies, they should focus on their future career paths. So, if they get a little insight and some motivation from the students, I think they will feel motivated, and we might be able to help them out to come on the right track. So, how do we go about it? This is just a first meeting today, and we can further plan to have some online sessions for children. And what I feel, maybe I'm from the old type of school where I feel that coming physically to the school makes more of a difference. The warmth is there, then you can connect, there's eye contact with the students, and you can make a greater impact. So, we would like to invite you all one by one, maybe whenever you are in Agra. So the time that you are in Agra, I want you to let us know 2 days prior, so that we can plan a little talk, with you for our students. Then Mr. KK Singh will, I'm sure he will make a list as to where are all of you. Those of you who are from very senior batches and are already into a permanent profession, we'll make a separate list. And those of you who have joined college and are still pursuing higher education, we'll make a separate list, so that we can appropriately, call you and utilize your expertise for the benefit of the school and the children. The whole idea is that to make a impact on the current students of our school, because somewhere they will relate with you more than they would relate with us. We are becoming old, our hair has gone gray, and slowly we all will retire. KK, myself, the vice principal. So before we retire, we want to make a strong alumni group, so that all of you stay connected, and we give this, as our leaving departure gift to the school. So this is what we are planning. Now I would like if any one of you would like to speak, so that because we are into the habit of speaking all the time and taking the charge. So I don't want this meeting to be just one-sided. And any of you, we invite you to share your views. Yes. So I will mute myself, and anyone who wishes to, speak up and share your views as to what are you looking for in the alumni group.
Yeah, Sandesh.
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am. Like you just said, ki, like you are going to retire, but in our heart, you are always be there. And my school, my teachers, like they are like one of the best motivation. Like that's the reason, like still we are connected, and we feel like today also like I am attending one of my class with different batchmates. And sir, like main, like ma'am, you are like raise a very important thing. Ki we should have connect because right now when like I'm a student of 11 pass out. So now it's a decade, totally a decade. So right now, like I also see the many changes, and I also wanted to interact with the students, those who are studying right now, okay, how the industry is changing and what kind of things you need to like take care during your education. And ma'am, like again, I'm saying like topest most thing is education, which every student should focus on. And yeah, and guidance is also plays a major role. It's just like when we were in school, our teacher guide us. Now with the help of yours, like we also get the opportunities so that we can also guide the students and upcoming future of our country also. Hello, am I audible?
Yeah, Sandesh, you're audible. Sir is on mute, I guess.
Okay, okay, yeah. So like it's
Yes,
the good.
you're audible. Hmm.
Yeah, so like ma'am, like it's good, and you just said ki it's good to have a, you can say, physical connect with the students. Like at least like I am also like regularly visiting to my hometown Agra, so I'll, yeah, I'll let you know like when I can come. And the thing you just said ki we'll definitely like come up with something interesting by which like a student knows okay what is actually happening in corporate world, because I am like working in corporate world. So like I have something which I can share with them if any of them like is interested. Like how, like what I have done, like I have done my engineering, right now I am working in marketing sector, so how this transition comes.
Uh, yeah, I just want to intervene in between. We are planning one meet on the 14th of November on Children's Day. So I want your views and how would we plan this? What all we can do to begin with? And the 14th November is the target. So we have enough time. It is 5th August today. So you all can organize your small online meets where you can think of how to organize this and what would be the sequence of managing this and uh, how do we go about it. I
Yeah,
am
sure.
happy to see Pranav is there, and I saw Rishi Chaturvedi. I have taught with Rishi also. Where is Rishi? Can I see you?
Rishi Chaturvedi.
I saw him somewhere, his name, if he is the same Rishi.
He's here. Raised his hand. Rishi,
And
if you
I
want to.
remember people used to trouble him a lot, and he was good at computers, and he was in the batch where humanities group had just started. Okay, Pranav, yeah, you take the charge. Yes. What do you want to say?
Thank you so much for organizing this discussion. I think it was about time. I was just telling Keke sir the other day that it was really about time that we have this conversation. The, uh, and we support a lot of schools from where I come from. Uh, the thing is, we really need to get a mechanism in place. And the main function of alumni in the schools that we work with is to raise funds and get opportunities for the students. So there has to be two very well set, regulated, and also well identified mechanisms of one fundraising, which will help support schools activities. You can send your students abroad, you can pay for their airfare, you can send your teachers for training. So all of this corpus needs to be created from the alumni fund, and from there we can support other activities with this, which the things that schools regular budget cannot support. So that has to be one of those key areas that need to be identified. And And this is something that can be raised over a year. I mean, let's look at raising close to 7 crores or something of that range, so that you have a decent corpus to work with. The second thing is that, it is extremely important that people bring more opportunities to students. So what one can certainly do is to create a mechanism wherein a lot of us can take a few students as an interns, depending on where we are and what hegemony of expertise or what layer of organization you're sitting in. So internship is one of those things. We can always invite some of our colleagues to, deliver lectures at school. So there has to be a decent mechanism in place. I was just telling KK sir the other day, there are a lot of United Nations colleagues who are here, and there are a lot of diplomatic colleagues who are here would be delighted to go to Agra just to deliver a talk. Because one, it is army school, and second is the city. So it adds to the brand value of it. So it becomes essential that we create, there has to be a framework which feeds itself. Otherwise, meeting your young juniors and seniors and your batchmates, having a nice time, it's all great. But it doesn't add to the value of the school, or it doesn't add value to us. If one takes out like 3 days to go to this alumni meet, then one needs to deliver something concrete, right? So what I would suggest is that for the people who are seniors, who are who have placed themselves in decent layers of hegemony in their corporate structures, non-corporate structures, government, non-government, wherever you are, let's figure out a way of raising funds first. Because, for example, if we have to send our, great and the bright for a training, say at Oxford, we need to have that kind of money. We can pay
Very
for
true,
somebody's
yeah.
scholarship.
I'll just intervene in between because I
Yes,
have
ma'am.
a little busy schedule ahead. I'm very happy with what you are saying. I am of the same thought, and that is the reason that we started. And this internship is a very good idea because the new the national education policy is emphasizing on internships, and we have already started a few for our class 11th and 12th, and we are looking forward to that. That is the reason I told Mr. KK in this meeting that we'll have 2-3 groups and the data where our alumni who are already working with the corporates or anywhere, who are already well placed in their profession, and we'll have one group of that list, and the other who are still, working or studying or are taking up their higher education. So I have a mixed
Yeah.
lot here. Uh, so we should know that where are all of you working. So KKSI will be floating Google Forms and collecting data, and one of you can take the charge of tabulating it, and then further, sharing the list.
Hmm.
Then we can think of exactly what we want to do on the 14th of November. So whatever we are launching, we should have it on our mind so that on the 14th we launch some concrete events which we are looking forward in the upcoming next session.
Yeah.
So that
Absolutely.
would be great.
Absolutely.
That would be
So
great.
what I can personally do is this, the director of the Raman Research Institute, Taran, is a very dear friend. So I can call up Taran and find out if we can send some students there or we can get somebody.
Yeah.
Same
And
we
the
can
other
do
thing
with
is that
UNSS.
yeah, other thing that we wish to do today is we wish to nominate people for the alumni president. We want to make this a formal meet where we have at least every year we can change. We can have a president of this alumni group, and then a secretary and a treasurer. And I wish that today, if you can self nominate, people are here. 41 of you are there. If I exclude me and KK sir, then KK and Vineet. So -3. At
Ma'am,
least
I just have a
37 are there.
question. When you're
Yeah.
making a treasurer, are you registering alumni
That's
association
what
as a
I'm
secretary?
asking you. Yeah,
Yes.
that's what I'm
Oh,
asking
fantastic.
your opinion, the entire group's opinion, that See, if you want to collect money and do a fundraising, then you need to be very, very formal. So
Oh,
you all
absolutely.
have to make organization, you have to register yourself. So all the alumni can get together and finalize a name, a good name uh, for the organization, and you can open an account. And thereafter you become a treasurer. That is now your say, because I'm on a post, I can't do this at present. Later I can join you informally one at a time. But as of now, you all have to think, the alumni has to think and make a group where the same batch becomes the core, because you will have faith in each other. If the same batch is there and you have a group who is ready to accept common opinions, then you can make a group where from that batch you can have a president, you can have a secretary, you can have a treasurer, and thereafter you can keep adding people and keep handing over the presidentship every year to the next. This is how there will be transparency, and this is how there will be faith in each other, and this is how we can take forward this group for a better cause, not just to get together and have fun and eat and dance. That will be a part of it.
Completely agree with that.
So now it is for all of you, Pranav, you are which batch? You can join hands with people and of your batch and form a formalized, you know, sit somewhere, come to the school and decide. You can call for a meeting, physical meeting or a online like this. And everybody should be accepting what we are intending to do.
Pranav is engaged in National Security Council and PM Office of India.
Okay.
This
Right now,
time
where are you,
he's
Pranav?
the bridge.
I'm in New Delhi, ma'am. I'm working
Okay.
with the United Nations International Computation Center, and
Oh,
I was the negotiator for the science policy of G20. So I led policy engagement for Science 20.
because earlier you were with some French embassy or something, you were
I
working there?
was with the French government, but that was 2 years
Yeah.
ago.
Okay. Okay. So
Ajit,
now you have to join hands with people of your batch who are ready to, because the three of us are vocal. Anybody else who wishes to speak? There
Ajit
was
Singh.
So what
Sandeep was
I
speaking
can do is
earlier.
I can put my lawyer on the job and get a first cut
Okay.
structure ready, and then we can float and
Yeah.
start a conversation.
Okay. Do that. Do that.
Uh,
Whosoever is being nominated as the secretary, good morning, all of you. I'm the vice principal. I think many of you don't know me. Thank you, before I joined. So somebody will have to take down the notes today, points of the meeting, and these important points are to be noted so that we can start working on these right away. So, KK sir, you please, you know the children, so you can give this task. Sneha is there in the meeting. Sneha can take up this work.
Sneha is also there. She has been very active with the school.
Sneha,
Good morning,
Sneha
teachers.
Swami.
Good
good
morning.
morning.
How are you, Sneha?
I'm good, ma'am. How are you?
Very nice to see you. So
Same here, ma'am.
something concrete, and I'm so happy that we have active people like all of you. Though there's going to be a big gap between the batches, but doesn't make a difference at all. So Pranav, if you can, Pranav, KK sir, and Sneha, and other active members of this group can take over this task of today, noting down today's points, and thereafter thinking of how we can, legalize this entire organization, and how can we take it further for formal works.
Sure.
Right, ma'am.
Hello, ma'am.
Anybody else who wishes to see?
Yes, ma'am,
Ajit.
sir.
Ajit,
Ajit.
Okay, so first of all, thank you, KK sir and Rupali ma'am. The thing is, this is something I think we should have done a lot earlier, but finally it is happening, so it's good to be a part of this. as Pranab has mentioned that we need to start fundraisers and internships as new education policy. It has already been government has already given instructions. Something I would like to suggest is like rather than going for big issues like fundraisers, we are like expecting that 7 to 8 crores, or even like going for abroad or all these things. I would suggest that the initial whatever initial targets that we are having, they should be very realistic rather than it there we cannot expect from the very beginning that it should be like 7 to 8 crores or something like that. And even in internships, I think it would be better if we talk about not like going to foreign or something like that. We can at least in the beginning we can start with Delhi universities, like these colleges. JNU can be there, and whatever that is very near to Agra. There's few industries, few of us are working in some industries that are actually near to Agra. That would be, it would be rather more practical, or it will be otherwise like same what we used to do in projects. That on day one we will meet and talk about that we are going to do this and that, and after that nothing used to happen. So I think though all those targets that we are setting, they should be very very practical, and it should be very efficient, rather very efficient. uh, the internships, I think the one thing that we should really focus on has to be internship. Okay, so internships, like whoever is in these areas, whoever is in industries or certain colleges, if they can talk to their institutions and talk about this, and Rupali ma'am, as they can forward the message, and some certain meetings can be fixed among the colleges and universities along with you, ma'am. That would be better. So I would suggest that the initial target we need to focus, that should not be very high, like going to abroad in big universities. First of all, we can just talk about that something that is very near to Agra. And
Yeah.
even if certain industries are there within Agra or some nearby places, where students can actually take out there almost 1 month or 2 months. It can be done during holidays or something like that. That would be rather practical, and I think that would be rather achievable. And then once that one thing is done, then we can think about rather big aspect like going to foreign and raising fund to 7 8 crore 10 crores. So but
Yes, I think,
anyway, this
yeah.
is the beginning, and we can actually think about these things. And it is good to
I think
meeting all
you
these
can,
people,
actually,
ma'am, KK sir and Rupali ma'am, and again Pranab bhaiya
it's
is
a
also
very
there, and everyone.
practical approach. Ajit, may I intervene? Yes, I really appreciate what you're saying. Humble beginnings have to be made. Very true. We need to focus first in India, and definitely aim high. Otherwise, you will not reach anywhere. So, aiming high is
Yeah,
important, and at the same time, short-term achievable goals need to be set. So, very true. That is the reason that I want the list of people wherever you all are working, so that we can make the best of it. And wherever is your, I mean, we can organize these internships. It would be great, and I think it's wonderful. Yes, Pranav, you want to add?
I just wanted to add on Ajit. Ajit, it's a good suggestion. You're right. We need to start locally, but then one needs to be really aspirational about some setting things up. Once you're setting them up, because there's always 10 to 30% depreciation that comes in. But what one can certainly do is that identify the top institutions in the country, get them to sign an MOU of sorts for these internship process. The nearest place that you can go to is IIT Kanpur, right?
yeah.
You
I
can
think
come to IIT
IIT
Delhi.
Delhi and Delhi universities are also there.
But nothing short of IIT is something that we should not be looking at. If it is not an IIT,
Basically,
then उसके बाद फिर देखेंगे. Because if you're
I would
not
say
getting the top institution on your side, then all the
okay,
effort
okay.
doesn't make sense,
Mm-hmm.
right? That's what I'm saying. Delhi University to aa hi jayegi.
Mm-hmm.
If we are able to score IIT Delhi, IIT Roorkee, IIT Kanpur, and JNU, Jadavpur
Mm-hmm.
University, Presidency College, for that matter, Ashoka, then the aspirations build up. Once you enter Dogra Hall, it's a very different ballgame altogether.
That is true.
But what one can certainly do is this fundraising and stuff can run in parallel, not phase wise, because one thing will never lead to another. So some of us can concentrate on getting international institutions and national institutions separately. Some of us can concentrate on raising funds. Some of us can, really work on getting the administrative structure right. Some of us who are good with finance, I'm terrible at it, can look into the accounts, ensure that everything is in line. So all of that different kind of responsibilities will be, can be handed over to different kind of people who have different kind of expertise.
Yes, Sneha.
Yes, I just wanted to say that I agree with Pranav sir, because we have to see this is the first flagship of Army Public School for setting up an alumni association. So we have to work in multifaceted ways. We can't just focus on fundraising at a point. We have to also organize our database. And being Army Public School, I think we tend to rely more on Army alumni, in the sense that people who have gone to India, IMA, we don't generally tend to also explore other arenas of employment that have come up in the recent years. Being a 2020 graduate batch, I feel that a lot more avenues have opened up since the NEP has also been launched. As someone who has studied both in the online and offline mode, I know what all challenges and opportunities are there. So I feel that in besides internships, that was one point I was going to say. I'm studying in the Tata Institute of Social Sciences, so here we have a lot of workshops and hands-on vocational skill building as well. So if that is something that the students want to explore and want to develop their interests in, that would be also great. Because when in school, we don't realize the kind of activities that are being done. We don't tend to pay a lot of importance to them. Retrospectively, when we come to college, we think, okay, I should have probably taken part in that. So I think that sensitization should also be there. No, this activity is not just done being for the sake of it. We also need to participate in it for our own development, and not just academic but wholesome development. Now new systems of education have come, as in CUET for both UG and PG level. So how to go about that for cracking a good college, good university, besides in NEET and JE, those have always existed. But for exploring the humanities side and other fields, it is important to know what is actually going on. So I feel workshops will be really beneficial for students who want to explore other areas as well, besides army, of course.
Very well said,
The idea
Sneha.
can be one place.
Great.
Yes, Sony Chaudhary.
No, ma'am, I was
Good
saying
morning, teachers.
since
I would like to add on to Sneha Divi's point. Like recently, I have pursued one this training program which is about heritage walks and about exploring the different varieties of species of plants that exist in the region we live. So I think we can organize such workshops in this program thing.
You're right, Sony.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I know.
Because ma'am was also talking about the bifurcation of
This will be
students
done.
who are employed and the students who are pursuing higher studies right now. So I
But
think the students who are pursuing higher studies, they can contribute in this manner.
Very true, very true. I'm happy that we are getting a variety of responses because it's all about giving, sensitizing the students at the school level about everything because there's so much which is required when you move out of school. communication skills, the participation in various activities, where when you are in school, you don't give importance to it. But the moment you leave, you realize, why didn't you take part in this? So if you come back and talk to your to the current students of APS, then they will feel more connected that, okay, now it is coming from the horse's mouth. So maybe it is the principal keeps harping, she's a fool. But when the students come and tell them, then they will feel that, okay, that's, I think, correct. So they would follow it more when it comes from you. So we must plan out that who is coming now to the school in the next fortnight to, give a little talk. So please volunteers to give names, and
Ma'am, I think some
whenever.
sort of introductory talk orientation sort of can be given, that these are the kind of activities we are planning to organize, and like just give them a very brief outlay of what is going to happen and what they can expect out of these talks and workshops.
Yes,
Because after all, it is for them only.
of course. Anything
No,
else
no,
which is
that's
coming to anyone's mind? Anybody else wishes to speak?
Ma'am, quick question. Do we have a career counseling system
Yes,
in
yes,
place?
we have.
We
We
have.
have regular career counseling. We have a psychological counselor also.
Oh,
We have now psychology as a subject.
oh,
So we have a
fantastic.
separate PGT psychology. We have a separate counselor. We have a
Okay.
separate special educator also now in the
Oh,
school.
lovely. So, this
So
friend of mine who runs
yeah,
this organization for career counseling across one of the top schools in the country, they are very much happy to offer their services as an additional benefit to the school. So, we'll figure out a way of getting that done. I will be in the city on Monday and I'll be there until Thursday. So, I can probably drop by on Wednesday and meet and have a longer discussion.
okay. So KK sir, please make a note of this, and we can organize a meeting on Wednesday with Pranav. He can be
Sure.
here. And if
Sure, ma'am.
anybody else is here in the town, we can call that person also. So Wednesday is what day? To Wednesday is 9.
Wednesday is the 9th.
As of now, my calendar says yes, I'm available.
Fantastic.
But it is army school, so I don't know. The
Yeah.
army treats me like a soldier. I am always available for the army first. So,
You would be surprised, ma'am. Three of my colleagues at the UN Geneva office are from Army School, and it's just like arm's length. Yeah, one is from APS Chandigarh. The other guy is the two guys are from APS New Delhi,
And
yes,
you are
and it is
from Agra.
different because APS.
no, things
It
are
keeps
really
happening
going
in
well.
all the institutions only. Wherever I go, at least I find 5 to 6 people from APS, and then we have our own niche batch. We are the 4G brats, so to say.
Oh, great.
No, it's great actually. The children of the army schools are doing well in life, and we are so
Yes,
happy
ma'am.
that it is an opportunity for us to be connected to the army. I am totally from the civil background, yet I am so connected with the through the children. It's like amazing to see these children do so well, and I feel that the army children are much stronger than any other children, from any other fraternity. So this is the plus point that we have, and you are all over the world, so I am happy. So my future is safe. I will go around and I can keep meeting people after I retire. So it's nice to connect. Okay, so should we wind up the meeting now? And
Right.
anybody else who wishes to still speak, Ajit, we are happy. Ajit, where are you these days?
Ma'am, actually, I'm doing my PhD from BITS Pilani. Along
Okay,
with that, I also have collaborations with the University of Barcelona, Spain, and Durham
okay,
University, England.
very nice. So we have good people around everywhere. So do you keep coming to Agra sometime in your holidays?
Yes, ma'am. But it's been like some time since I've been to Agra. But maybe in few months I'll be there.
Okay, let us know a day prior or 2 days prior so that we can, have a slot so that we can meet up
Okay, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Sure.
over a cup
Yes,
of coffee.
Devin.
APS Agra has now a pantry which makes very good coffee. Special coffee for the
Okay.
alumni. So please do drop in and we can chit chat and we can decide as to what we need to do, some strong steps to help out the children.
Yes, ma'am. Sure, ma'am. Good luck.
Neha, you can also, whenever you come home, please let us know a day prior. We can arrange
Yes,
a
ma'am.
small talk with the children so that we
Devin,
can
I
motivate
would love
them.
with
to, ma'am. Yeah.
Please do that. Anyone
you would
else?
like to
Most
add, Devin,
welcome,
this?
all of you. The talk can be in Hindi, in English. You have to just touch the hearts of children. That's the idea. Are there some raise of hand? Who's that?
Harsh Thomas. Harsh Thomas.
Harsh, please.
Harsh,
Boliye Harsh.
please.
Hello, am I audible? Hello.
Harsh, bolo.
Uh, I visited a school last year, ma'am, and I just got surprised the way school evolved since I left. I was 2019 pass out, and the way students, I saw students building Rafael prototypes, and then I just like amazed the way environment set up in the school, and I just want to say that we should do this in every field, not just in science, but also in sports. Like recently, we won Gothia Cup in which we beat Brazil by 3-1, and it's like we should do this in every field. In foot, it's Gothia Cup was about football, and so
Okay.
that's it. I just want to say that we should focus on
You
everything.
are trying hard, Harsh, because right now the new building is coming up in your old football field. So I feel very sad, but yes, I'm taking the children to some indoor stadiums where children go and practice. But as of now, my field has gone. You should come and see. The new
Ma'am,
building
where
is
is the
coming
field
up,
now?
and there is no field. So I have to take the children to 9 para, 17 para. They have to go to the Jeet Singh Stadium. So we are struggling because the building was in a pathetic condition. We had demolitions happen. All the barracks have been done, demolished in the main block, main building. And new building is coming up in a year or so. Everything will be even more well organized. So I have 3.5 years to go. I feel that we'll be able to give much to the school before we leave.
Yes, ma'am.
It will be more
Yeah,
organized
Gauri.
afterwards because a safe building is also a pre-requirement. It's a
Yeah,
prerequisite.
Agni Shekhar.
Yeah. And now
Agni,
I
please add.
will, yeah,
Good
there's
morning,
somebody
guys.
very nice. Uh-huh.
So my name is Agni Shekhar Mandal, and I'm from the '94 batch.
Okay.
And I definitely feel connected to Army School, Agra, and I'm very much connected with KK sir since the beginning. So he is one of my laid the fine foundations of what I am today. I'm a delivery manager with Adobe Bangalore, and
Okay.
so initial he definitely seeded the focus on the computers, and he was always there. So, and apart from all other teachers, I'm really grateful to be a part of Army School Agra. I was from St. Clair's, and I joined Army School for 11th and 12th that time. But
Okay.
it was very short, but very pleasurable, memory, and it was a great journey to be with. So
Do
whenever
you keep coming to Agra?
I
Are you still in Agra or where are you?
I'm sorry, ma'am, I cannot hear you.
Where are you placed? Where are you placed? Which city?
Bangalore.
Okay. Bangalore is
So
a
if I
big
happen
hub
to come
for,
to Agra, definitely
yeah.
would like to meet all of you,
Yeah,
ma'am.
please connect. Please connect with us and we'll look forward to host you all here one by one and together on the 14th of November, we are planning a meet. And I would take leave now from this group because I am attending simultaneously another workshop which is going on my laptop. So I'm answerable there. So, and now with this meeting, I only want that something really concrete should come out. So you must make a brief outline as to what is our larger aim and the small achievable, targets that we can set in for the betterment of the student fraternity. And may the APS children shine like you all are shining. So all my batches, from the school should be able to, have good survival skills and do well in life. That is the purpose. And let's decide, KK sir, please decide the office holders of this alumni association.
Right.
So, and you can give it a name. These children are very creative. They can give it a name. And thereafter, you can think of registering it and find out the modalities as to what happens if you register and what happens, how do you work, and all these plus minus points. And then we can flag it off on 14th November that it has come to being. And in between, whoever comes to Agra, please connect with us so that we can take this association forward and we can stay connected. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Because sir, I posted some activities on the chat. If you can have a look at them, you can send our teachers to Geneva because I sit on that panel. You can send some of them for the training. Then there's a South Asia teachers training program that is happening. We're going to do it in Mauritius. It's all funded and everything. We just need to apply and then we'll figure out a way to put in a word. Then I've listed the key areas which we had touched upon today: fundraising, internships, workshops, exchanges, lecture series, interaction programs, and all that. There are a lot of things that are happening in Delhi. We just need to figure out a way to get it to Agra. And I don't think that should be a challenge as of this moment. So I'll see you on Wednesday at 11 then. Sir.
Sure.
Yeah.
Anybody else would like to share or add?
Sir, how about starting a newsletter for this alumni thing?
That is a part of that. So we'll discuss it later. Right, sorry.
All right, sir.
So with this, we are going to wind up this session. So we meet some other day. So till then, bye-bye.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you, sir.
Thank you for organizing
Thank you,
this,
sir.
and thank you.
Thank you, Adnan.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Pranav. Thank you, Kushal.